So I think I figured out a way to combat this lighting situation. However, I can't do anything about the fact that my mouth is now a smoke machine because it's for some reason 19 degrees out and I'm not getting to film this video until 8:30 at night. So anyways, I think I've figured out how to combat my lighting issue. As you can see here, I have the camera back down at its normal height, sort of like dead on with me, and you can see that I've got the eye shadows back, and that's because I have sort of a prominent eyebrow ridge, and that causes shadow when the light is too far overhead, which this light is quite a ways overhead. Generally, you want your light at about a 45-degree angle from your face, so like if this was horizontal, 45 is like there. This is more like, I don't know, 70. It's getting close to directly overhead. And so obviously that causes these shadows on my eyes, which is not good. However, I do have this little guy right here, which is an Amaran AL-M9. It's a small little, workable camera light. It doesn't put out anywhere near the amount of light that studio lighting does. Usually studio lighting starts around 4,000 lux, which is the sort of the luminance term that's used for photography and videography lighting. This guy puts out about 150 or 200, and as a comparison, the sun is like 40,000, I think. So that's where we're at right now. So cold. But anyways, we're gonna try mounting this guy onto the camera and let's see what we get. All right, so that's as bright as it can go. That seems like an improvement. It's gonna be really harsh. One thing that you wanna make sure when you're using lighting is you want your light source to be really broad relative to the size of your subject. This is really tiny relative to the size of me. It's like, this big, which is like half the size of my face. So that's not good. You also want it to be nice and soft. So usually you'll shoot it through a soft box or through a diffusion plate. I have neither of those. I have a little diffusion foil that goes over the light. It came with it. It's basically a piece of parchment paper. That's not really doing the job very well. And also you want the light to be as close to your subject as possible without it being in frame. This is about 2.5 feet away from my face. So doing everything wrong here. Hopefully this doesn't look too harsh, and if it does, I'm just not going to do it again. But let's see how this goes for today's video. So now I've got a combination of that light plus the fluorescent light. Hopefully the color temperatures aren't so different that it looks ridiculous and I end up having to do some crazy white balancing in post, but we'll see. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial on studio lighting. On to today's change. Today's change is the 13th change of our 30 changes in 30 days life challenge. And today's change is going to be something that I used to do all the time. And for a while I got really good at and really consistent at, and I actually started to see progress. And then I got lazy about it. And then I started to sort of let it be less of a priority in my life. And it slowly got worse and worse. And I made less and less progress. And then my progress started to get undone. And overall, I'm just kind of bummed about where I'm at with it right now, but it's really something that I love to do, even more so than filming these videos, and that's photography, specifically posting to Instagram on a daily basis. I realize that might be a lot when you think about the fact that in your day-to-day life, you don't always get to go out and see these amazing places that you would think of as, Instagram worthy. But if you have a good eye and you always have your camera with you and you sort of make the effort to go and spend 20 to 30 minutes every day, you can get a nice shot pretty much anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's around your house, in your yard, in a local park. It's really easy if you know what you're doing or if you make the effort to get better at it. And that's what I want to do. Ideally, photography is what I would want to do for a career, although I am enjoying videography and I'm getting better at it since I've been doing this, or at least I hope I am. Hopefully you guys see some improvement, at least my quality. I have no idea. But so I want to make sure that I capture and edit and upload one picture to Instagram every day. It doesn't matter if it's great. I just want to make sure that I put as much effort into it as I can that day. I might not have as much time from one day to the next, but I want to make sure I do at least one upload, and I put in an honest effort into making it a quality photo. One caveat that I do want to give myself is it can't simply be the thumbnail that I use for this video reframed or recropped to an Instagram aspect ratio. If you don't know this, Instagram, you should really post your images in 5:4 ratio. Videos, obviously HD video is a 16:9 aspect ratio. And so those are completely different. However, you could just crop the middle of a 16:9 thumbnail into a 5:4 and then post that on Instagram. That would be cheating, and I'm not going to do it. But yeah, so that is the change for today. I want to make one post to Instagram every day. I'm going to work on tagging. I'm going to work on getting more followers. I'm going to work on, interacting with other creators on the platform, because from what I understand, the way that you can get people to sort of turn an eye to your stuff is to show them that you've been looking at their stuff. And it's not directly like a, oh, I'll like yours if you like mine type of situation, because obviously that would be circular and pointless and you wouldn't actually have any real followers. You would just be getting likes for likes, and that's kind of a pointless system. But it does sort of work the algorithm into steering people in your direction. You can get on the sort of like, I think it's called the explore page, which is where people are looking around for new people or new creators to follow. And the more interaction you have with other Instagram members, and the more often you post, and the more likes that you get, the more comments that you receive, and also how quickly and how effectively you respond to those comments, all sort of boost your chances of getting onto the explore page. Once you're on the explore page, you'll get a lot more followers, or at least a lot more click-throughs, because more people will see your stuff when they're out there trying to find some new people to follow or some new interesting images to look at. And so that's today's change, posting to Instagram every day. Thanks for checking this video out. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you're somewhere warmer than me, because my hands are starting to go numb and this heater really isn't doing anything for me. So I'm going to wrap this video up and head inside. Please, if you haven't yet, go back and check out the videos prior to this one. It'll let you know what I'm doing, what this challenge is, as well as show you the other changes that I've put into play so far. And I hope you check out the videos that follow this one. We've still got quite a few days to go, and I want to let you guys know at the end of everything how I felt about the various different challenges. So yeah, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. That'll make sure that you don't miss any of the future videos, and make sure that your notification bell is turned on so that you'll be alerted as soon as I post every day. It's usually later in the day, but I am going to try to work on that. And yeah, so thanks for checking this video out, and I hope you guys have a good one. Stay warm out there.